So today I had some time to basically find out a lot of the faults with this car, and there were quite a few. A lot of that I hadn't really noticed, but the more I keep getting beat beat out here in the streets. I mean, I'm good off the line, but man, further into the race by just a few seconds, man, I'm getting beat real bad. And I'm not a professional racer. I'm definitely an amateur, man. But I would expect this car to be able to do a little bit more than what it's been doing. I've been getting beat by these Challengers. I believe the Challenger is the four door one. But that's the one consistently that pulls up on me with its little yellow bumper things and its different little color schemes that they have on them, and their little exhaust that pops and stuff like that. So those are the cars that are consistently kicking my ass out here, and it's starting to have an emotional toll more on me the more that happens. I'm really sick of it. So uh, I started to take real detailed looks into what was going on with the car, and I found that there are two wiring harnesses underneath the hood because the engine was pulled from another vehicle and put in here. There's remnants of the old wiring harness, and there's another wiring harness that's connected, and some of the wiring has been laid out in such a way to where it's been melting the wires because they've been on the manifold, exhaust manifold, or different little areas that get hot, and they've kind of melted. And the reason I found that out is because today's goal was to get the AC to work, and the AC is not responding at all. I bought a new blower fan believing that that was the problem because the fuse isn't blown, but it's the distribution of power to the fan blower motor that I'm not getting. And like I said, there's so much of a mess with wires underneath there. Some of them burnt, some of them cut, some of them are just hanging with the connectors that go to nowhere, that I think I'm just going to buy an entire new wiring harness fresh, and I'm just going to start pulling all of the wiring out of this, setting it aside. If I can use some of it, great. If I can't, man, it's going to go into the trash because it's a confusing mess under there right now. And there are also a lot of hoses and lines that have cracks, and they're very brittle, and they're may be burnt through, that need to be replaced. So all of that is contributing to my loss of power as well, and loss of options. Um, but before ending my day, I wanted to get these lights, these LED lights that I bought, installed in here. And as you can see, the setup is brittle because it's so old that this piece here broke up there in the corner. Piece broke here. This is cracked. I believe there's a spring that's supposed to go on the other side of this to make this move, and indicated by that little hole there, and the way that this is shaped, and it doesn't move when I shift the gears. So that's another problem. This fell apart in my hand as I was just taking a screw out. Same thing here. This cracked. So basically, I'm just going to be replacing the entire dashboard. And along with the entire dashboard replacement, I'm going to replace this here too. And I'm going to try to go original, but sometimes I can get a little, I don't know, weird, and I can end up buying more than I'm supposed to. So I'm hoping I don't get a digital one. That may happen if I can't find this in its original state. Even with all of these little brittle broken pieces, I'm still gonna put the LED lights in there because they don't light up at all right now. And these old bulbs, they don't even light at all. I don't know if these twist out or what, how they. I think I'm gonna have to remove this set up so that I can actually get to these bulbs and pull them out. So, but yeah, so it's this piece here. This was on top. Nothing broke on this. This piece is still good. Nothing broke here. This was pretty good too. That little speedometer mileage piece, there's a little screw that goes inside of here so that you can get that plastic clear shield off. And I just had a pocket knife, and I just stuck my pocket knife in there and started twisting it, and that came out of the middle of this. And then I pulled both of them off and was able to get the plastic piece off. Pretty simple stuff. Oh shit, I just dropped a goddamn screw inside of the fucking vent. See, make a note to myself while making this video to get a magnetic bolt tray so that I don't lose my fucking bolts by sitting them on the dashboard. That's important, not do that. So anyway, let me go ahead and get this done. I'm go get me some Chipotle after that and then put this car up. It sucks that I wasn't able to get the AC to work, because if the AC would have worked, I would have still done this. I would have got my windows tinted and I would have been riding around in AC. But since we found out all of those issues up underneath the engine, we'll be waiting till next year to get the AC done, because right now we're just going to be replacing the wiring harness so that we can and the lines and the hoses, so that we can just get normal operation on the engine side of it. I was able to cut my grass, and the lights still aren't on. The electricians came out and they hooked up everything, but the light company still hasn't run the wires to the pole. So I was expecting that might be done by now, but it's not. I had a lot more wood back there in the backyard, so when I got to cutting, I started on bonfire and burned some of that stuff. So it was a productive day, just not as productive as I would have liked. But let me get done with this and I'll show you what it looks like when they're all in there. And this is all buttoned up minus one screw apparently. All right, see you in a second.